What is up, my friends? You are very welcome back after Liverpool have beaten Paul Tierney and Bournemouth by 4-0, a result that solidifies our place at the top of the Premier League table. There was a double from Diogo Jota and a double from Darwin Núñez, and hopefully that's the start of a good goal scoring run for both of those gentlemen. As always, I'm going to give you my take on the game, asking you guys to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do drop a like on the video. Most importantly, my friends, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So look, I'm going to go all the way back to the team selection, and I thought Jurgen Klopp got it spot on there. No complaints whatsoever about the 11 that he put out on the pitch. Personally, the only difference I had in my own predicted 11 was I had Cody Gakpo starting, but look, Diogo Jota did the business and it was literally a coin toss between the two. Diaz on the right hand side made sense and it gave us a better balance in my opinion, but ultimately there are a couple of players today that were absolutely phenomenal. Want to give massive love to Ibrahim Konate, massive love to Diogo Jota. I thought that Alexis McAllister was phenomenal. I thought Connor Bradley again showed that he belongs at this level, and there were many other good performances to talk about, not least Darwin, of course, with 2 tidy finishes for both of his goals. But today is a day for, once again, unfortunately, having to have the conversation around Paul Tierney, VAR and the PGMOL. 2 decisions today, and both of them, the referee not asked to have a look at either. One, in my opinion, a very, very, very blatant red card, particularly if you keep in mind what Curtis Jones was sent off for. But again, Tierney didn't even ask the referee to have a look at it, and I think you can make your own mind up there. And with regard to the penalty, it's a penalty. It's a foul. Doesn't matter if it's soft or not. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. He put him off balance. He kicked his foot on the line. It's a penalty. And once again, we're left asking the questions. Why is it that whenever there is something that there is any subjectivity to, Tierney finds a way to go down on the side of not giving it to us or not asking the referee to have a look? It's gone beyond the joke. If the Premier League, the PGMOL and the FA have anything about them and genuinely care about the game, they will start to look into these numbers with Tierney. It is not an accident. It is not a coincidence. The numbers back it up. I keep telling you, look up Paul Tierney's article, or excuse me, Paul Tompkins' article on Paul Tierney. The numbers are spelled out. He's a disgrace. That's all I can say. And look, I'm not going to dwell on him today because I'm here to praise our boys and our manager for a job well done. Interesting little footnote to the game, because Owen Beck came on and played some minutes, he now will remain at Liverpool for the remainder of this season. He can't be loaned out. You can't play for 3 clubs in a season. I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just one of those factual things. Also, another interesting stat from today's game. Darwin Núñez is now the first player in the Premier League this year to have 10 goals and 10 assists in all competitions. So again, you can see the impact that Darwin is having on the team. And we need to have a conversation about Diogo. He is such a natural finisher. Doesn't matter if it's a simple tap in or if it's something where he has to put a little bit of a joie de vivre on it, or whatever other phrase you want to throw in there. He set himself up as well for a second. You won't see that from Haaland. You won't see that from Messi or Ronaldo. But he fooled everybody by a little backheel spin on the ball off his own leg. Everybody was like, where's the ball? And then Diogo just buries it, and then we're like, there it is, to the back of the net. But look, all in all, very proud of the boys today. Bournemouth are no mugs. 7 wins from 9 before this game. Iriola has them playing some decent football. We know Solanke was in a good vein of form as well. And to go there, and let's be honest, first 10 minutes we weren't really at the races, but we grew into the game. And at half-time, you're thinking, okay, we were a better team at the end of that first half. Let's go on and win it. And my God, they did that. 4-0 away from home in the Premier League is a result we should be celebrating. A result that we should be very happy about. The downside to the game, I guess, is the potential injury to Curtis Jones. James Pearce said that he was feeling his hamstring as he was going down the tunnel. So, of course, we'll wait for an update on Jurgen Klopp about Curtis. He's been a massive part of our team this season, and we hope it was precautionary or it's minimal. But this is the time of the year, isn't it, where these injuries start to come out. We, of course, know that we've got Mohamed Salah and Enda who are away, so hopefully the likes of Szoboszlai will be back for the next game. Trent won't be too far away either. The hope is that Trent's back for the game against Chelsea. And then, of course, we've got the likes of Boycetis, Thiago longer term, Matip out for the season. But the left-back situation should be easing soon enough. I think it's not too far till Robbo's back. But Joe Gomez doing a great job. Can I just take a second to just single out Conor Bradley again for some praise? Now, I know I'm biased. I know he's from the island of Ireland and I love the guy because of that and because I think he's a good player. But you can see there why Klopp keeps him around and why Klopp has faith in him. This is the third game he's played. One came on late against Arsenal, put in a good 10 minutes. But the last two, he hasn't put a foot wrong. He belongs at this level. And I'm going to say it, if he continues in this vein of form and stays away from injuries, I don't think we need to look at the fullback market, because you've got Calvin Ramsey, we haven't really got to see yet. We've got Gomez, who can cover right side as well. Trent, of course, playing there at the minute, and Conor Bradley. You can see why Klopp is starting to show faith and not dipping into the market. Now, centre-back, that's a different situation because of Joel Matip, and there are reports today that Liverpool are looking to go in for Inacio, but I don't know how soon that will be. For us, though, getting the 3 points today after having 11 days off. You came back to the game and you were worried, was there going to be some ring rust? Was there going to be some fatigue setting in? Or not fatigue, I guess, that's not the right word. Were we going to be slow to start? And we were for the first 10 minutes. But that's more because of the level Bournemouth came out with. They were 100 miles an hour, pressing in bunches and really running the hard yards. You could see their game plan was trying to play quick balls over the top, but we soon copped on to that, and Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate were imperious. Absolutely phenomenal today. Alisson didn't have too much to do, thankfully, either. At left back, I thought Joe Gomez had a great game, and then I thought when Beck came on, he was making lung bursting runs, getting forward as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think Conor Bradley picked up an assist for himself today. So it is all bright, outside of the obvious Paul Tierney conversation, which I'm willing to put back behind, because it should be about praising the boys today. That'll send a statement out, again in the Premier League, that we aren't giving this up. We aren't going to just throw away a league. We're top of the table. It's in our own hands. There's difficult games coming up over the next few weeks. We've got Fulham coming up on Wednesday in the League Cup. We know if we draw, or at least don't concede in that game, we're at Wembley. We await the winners then of the Chelsea and Middlesbrough game. Then next weekend, we have a home tie against Norwich in the FA Cup. You would have to back us to get through that. After that, though, Chelsea in the Premier League at Anfield. Difficult game of football. And then Arsenal at the Emirates. So they're two massive games that I'm sure we've got to keep an eye on. Konate went down late in the game as well, but thankfully managed to get back up on his feet and continue and finish out the game. So there's just positive signs. And I'm sure the vibe inside that dressing room is phenomenal right now. And we just never know. We just never know. We just don't let our heads drop. We're never beaten. We never give up. And I want to give credit again to Klopp and Linders and the rest of the coaches, because over the last 3-4 games, you've really noticed whatever they've done at half-time has made a big impact in the second half. I don't understand the tweaks because I'm not clever enough to understand the tweaks without hearing from the manager what he did. But whatever they have done, you can see straight away it made a big impact again today. And we went on and won the game at a canter in the second half. One little footnote, I don't like this interviewing the managers coming out for the start of the second half thing. It's too NFL and other sports that we don't need to be forced in upon us. Nobody wants to hear from the managers at halftime coming out of the tunnel. They've got a job to be getting on with. And I can't wait till the day they try to stick that microphone in Klopp's face at that moment, because I'm sure they'll get short shrift. On top of that, though, I mean, look, we're going to give you guys the chance to vote for the man of the match in the fan reaction show. But for me, I'm probably going to agree with Sky and give it to Diogo. But it was very close for me between him, McAllister, Ibu. Those three, I think, were top notch today for me. I'm genuinely just really happy, guys. You know, to be where we are right now and to be looking as solid as we are and as resilient, that's the right word, I think, as we have been, speaks volumes for the mentality monsters that Jurgen Klopp has once again created at Anfield. So, big month coming up ahead. We're going to be here to take you guys right through from the end of the transfer window, of course, into those games against Chelsea and Arsenal coming up in the Premier League. It is on the others now to play catch up with us, and we know that if we keep doing our thing, it's in our own hands. I'm not arrogant enough to say we're going to win the league. I'm not there yet. But I tell you what, it's in our hands, as I said a moment ago, and that is all we can ask for right now. We are probably a little bit ahead of schedule. City are going to be formidable in the second half of the season with De Bruyne coming back, Haaland going to come back from injury as well. But as I keep saying, we know what we've got to do. We've played them away already, so they've got to come to Anfield in what will be a big game in the league. But if we can get through these next few fixtures, if we can get the result at home against Chelsea, if we can get the result away against Arsenal, I tell you what, we're going to take some stopping. And I don't know when the rest of the world is going to get on the train, but I am very firmly above it. Trophies are there to be gotten this season. I'm an extremely proud and happy Liverpool fan right now, but I can't shake my anger and frustration at VAR and Paul Tierney. It is just beyond a joke at this point. He needs to be reprimanded or an investigation launched, because it's no accident that these things happen time and time again. So now it is over to you guys. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Please do drop a like on the video. Most importantly, don't forget, if you're watching this early, 7 o'clock we'll be back for the fan reaction show. Player ratings video is going to be coming up soon. And thank you also for helping us in our chase down for 250,000 subscribers. As you can see, we're at 238,000 now. It's amazing. It still blows my mind that we've grown this size, but we couldn't do it without you. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will catch up with you soon. Much love, my fellow Reds. Take it easy. Bye-bye.